Hey guys, so I have here my lava lamp and for some reason it doesn't turn on anymore. So the first thing I thought was that the light bulb was burned out, but it turned out that the bulb was still okay and it should just work. So in the end what happened was that the switch here, that has gone bad. So this is like this kind of rotary switch and it just doesn't work anymore, as you can see here. So in this video I want to show you how to replace the switch of a lamp. And the first thing I do is, of course, I unplug the lamp so that there's no more electricity flowing. So then the next thing is I'm going to take a close look here at the switch. And there's a small screw here. This is a Phillips screw. And so we're going to remove that at first. So eventually we can open up the cover of the switch. And we're going to remove the cable here from the old switch. In this case this is really easy because the wire is just sitting in there loose and there's not a single screw that we have to remove first. Now here I have the new switch which I ordered from Amazon. I'm going to put a link below in case you're interested in finding the same one. And so this one comes with 2 screws on the back side, so I'm going to first loosen both of those so that we can open up the new switch. And now inside of here we're going to find a whole bunch of screws. So there's a total of 8 screws, which looks a little bit confusing, but in the end it's really easy. So there's just 2 categories. So the 4 screws in the center, those are there to hold the bare copper wire in place. So those establish the electrical contacts. And then the 4 screws on the outside, those are there as stress relief. So in case somebody happens to pull on the wire, then those make sure that the wire doesn't get pulled out of the switch and create a hazardous situation. So the next thing I'm doing now is removing the 4 screws for the stress relief, and with doing that you also remove these plastic tabs that are screwed onto there. So see that? Here, this is this little plastic piece. So make sure you don't lose that by accident. Then next I'm going to loosen up the other remaining 4 screws that are in the center. I'm not going to completely remove them, I'm just pulling them out a little bit, because there's these little holes, if you can see those here on the side. You want to make sure that the screws are not visible in those holes here anymore. See those? So I'm going to do the same thing here with the second screw, just pulling it out just enough so that the hole there is completely free. So next I'm going to prepare the wires for the installation into the switch. And the first thing here is I'm going to split this open a little bit. See, I'm detaching those 2. And then I'm going to remove some of the plastic shielding. So I'm cutting off maybe about a 1/4 inch of the plastic shielding, making sure that I'm not taking off any of the bare copper wire inside of it. In this case I'm using here a special tool to remove the plastic shielding. In case you don't have that, then just use a regular knife. Just be careful not to cut into the copper wire itself. Now since the wire is stranded, I'm going to twist this together a little bit. That will make it a lot easier to fit the wire into the switch. So you see the 2 holes here underneath the screws. So I'm putting both ends of the bare copper wire now into those holes. In case you're not able to do both holes at the same time, then just start with one, then tighten the screw that holds the copper wire in place, and then do the second one. Okay, so I'm making sure that I'm really firmly tightening this so that the copper wire cannot come out of the hole anymore. And I'm checking this by pulling on the wire just a little bit. Then the next step is to install the stress relief. Make sure you're putting this plastic piece in the right way. See how the center of it is actually pointing down towards the wire. So now I'm going to start screwing down those screws. I start out by screwing in both screws first just a little bit so that they stay in place. And once both are in place, then I'm going to tighten both of them down. Okay, so then I'm going to check again that we are not able to pull out the wire by accident. And then we're going to repeat the same process on the opposite side too. And once we have completed that task, we're going to again check that the stress relief here, the cable stress relief, is working properly. And we're going to do another visual inspection just to make sure everything is okay. All the screws are tightened, and then we can put the cover back on. Make sure to press it down firmly so it goes in all the way, and then we attach the 2 screws that we still should have remaining here. Tighten those down properly. And now we're already done, and we can test out our new switch. And as you can see, there, it works perfectly. Okay, so I hope you found this video helpful. If you have any more questions or comments, then please write a message below, and don't forget to like and subscribe.